Yes, my books are still flipped because nearly 2,000 of you voted for them to stay like this. We love stirring up the pot here on this channel, or bookshelf in this case. Hi everyone, my name is Holly, and in today's video I am going to be showing you all of the books that I collected this month. Because obviously I didn't have enough unread books already. Apparently I needed more. I will also be unboxing the April Beacon book box in this video. There is an exclusive dust jacket for Cinder by Marissa Meyer in this box, and you guys just have to see it, so stay tuned. So let's go ahead and start with the books that were sent to me this month, which I'm always eternally grateful for. And the first one I have here is Gideon the Knight by Tamsin Muir. This was sent to me from Tor. This is the first book in a new sci-fi trilogy called The Ninth House, and it releases on September 10th. If you have heard of this book at all, then you know it's being promoted as lesbian necromancers exploring a gothic castle in space. Every single word in that sentence is literally perfection. The amount of queer books that Tor has been pumping out lately is just absolutely incredible. For instance, if you haven't read The Armored Saint by Michael, it's a very inspiring fantasy lesbian story that I highly recommend that you pick up. So in the story, we are following a woman named Gideon, who is this smart-mouthed, tough-as-nailed swordswoman who just wants to get out of the hellhole that she grew up in, when suddenly she is sucked into taking part in these trials for the Empire, which will decide who will become the immortal servant for the undying Emperor. There are apparently lots of skeletons and dark humor, and possibly my heart within these pages because it has stolen it. I am super hyped for this one. And the next book I have here was actually in the same package as Gideon the Ninth, and that is The Monster of Elendhaven by Jennifer Gesprecht. I really hate butchering last names. This is a very short dark fantasy standalone that releases on September 24th. I actually don't really know too much about it except that it takes place in an original setting that's similar to London's Jack the Ripper, so probably really dark and murderous, and I'm guessing it's following a monster. And also I've heard that fans of the video games Dishonored and BioShock are going to love this, which has me so intrigued because I've played and loved both. So I'm so curious how these three worlds are going to collide into this really short book. I hope it's good. Question is, will it stay up? That's gonna have to do. Mark your bets if it falls. So these next two books actually go together, and that is Children of Time, which I bought myself, and then I have the Arc of Children of Ruin, which is book 2 that Orbit sent me. Ooh, I just realized that both of these won the Arthur C. Clarke Award. That's really nifty. So here's what they both look like. There's the spines, and I'm just going to hold up the first book. So this is a very loved sci-fi series, and I know many friends who have read it, and it's their favorite book, which is the reason why I bought the first one. It's all about the last human survivors who are traveling through space on a ship, seeking planets that have been terraformed for human habitation. Eventually, they find a planet that they think is the perfect home, but once they land, they find out that it's being defended by a very insane AI and giant spiders. Burn that planet to the ground. This actually reminds me of Symbiosis, which is a sci-fi novel about humans finding a planet and they find out there's killer plants on it. But instead of plants, we have, I think, are they mechanical spiders? I'm gonna assume they're mechanical giant spiders, but we will see soon. If they're organic giant spiders, well, I'm gonna have one a heck of a time. Up next, Orbit sent me a surprise package with the hardcover of A Boy and His Dog at the End of the World by C.A. Fletcher. I've read this already, and unfortunately I found it quite boring, but after seeing this beautiful finished copy, it puts me in denial. It makes me want to reread it again to see if my feelings change, because dang, this is gorgeous. It's a dystopian sci-fi where the population went from 7.7 billion to 8,500 in just 70 years, and we're not really given too much more information on the reason for that, except that people just stopped doing it. No Barry White in the bedroom. But it's following this family who lives on an island in this farmhouse, and one day a stranger shows up and steals his dog, and he has to chase after the stranger in a boat because it seems like the world is also like flooded or something. Again, not a whole lot of information is given, but I just found this one boring. I will sit it on my shelf, and if I don't get to it this year, I'll pass it on to someone else. But thanks, Orbit. It is a gorgeous copy, I have to say. Alrighty, on to the books that I bought myself. The first one is The Ninth Reign by Jen Williams. This is the first book in an adult fantasy called The Winnowing Flame, and I have been eyeing this for so long because of this gorgeous cover and this gorgeous spine, which I won't even be able to look at anyways. And I just decided to pick it up because why not? This is why. If you look this book up on Goodreads, it is just a non-stop scroll of 4 or 5-star reads, people raving about this book, and that has me so excited. Oh, I should mention that this book also has sci-fi elements to it apparently, and you're following a central group of characters, one of them being a black lesbian scholar. Like, give me that all freaking day. And they're traveling together as like nightmares of an ancient evil begin to resurface and plague the land. A classic fantasy plotline. I love my sword and sorcery fantasies, so this should be a good one. So the next book I have here is actually a graphic novel, and that is Bully Wars, Volume 1 by Scotty Young and Erin Connolly. So my boyfriend Darren and I decided to take a trip to Barnes & Noble. It's an hour away, by the way, but we go there on occasion, and I spotted this graphic novel there, and I immediately recognized Scotty Young's artwork. I read and adored I Hate Fairyland so much, and I totally forgot that he was coming out with another graphic novel, and I believe he's even working on another one. I can't think of what it's called, but it kind of looks dystopian, and I'm really excited for that one. So I immediately got myself a copy, and I have already read this, so you'll hear more about it in my wrap up, but just know that I loved it so much. It's just full of bathroom humor and dad jokes and just all the Scotty Young goodness, and I love it. Okay, so these last two books are by the same author, and the first one is Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. I'm currently working my way through Mark Lawrence's books by publication date. I'm almost finished with the Broken Empire trilogy, then I'll go on to the Red Queen's War, and then this, which is all the rave these days. You seriously can't go to an SFF book blog or booktube channel and not see everyone raving about this book. So I went and got myself a copy, and I thought might as well because I'll be reading it anyways, and it'll be sitting on my shelf like this. That's fine though. And the final book I have here in this book haul is also by Mark Lawrence, and that is One Word Kill. I actually talked about this book in my most anticipated releases video. I think I did anyways. So be on the lookout for the review for it soon because I will be reading this like tomorrow. It's so small. That's what she said. This is the first book in a trilogy, and I believe all 3 books are coming out this year, so you can jump on this train immediately and not have to wait all that long for the entire story to come out. But it's following a boy named Nick who suffers from leukemia, and the way that he kind of gets through that emotionally is by playing D&D with his friends. But unfortunately, the stuff that happens in their gaming sessions end up happening in real life. Spooky. This also deals with time travel, and I'm just really excited to see how Mark Lawrence writes in this new setting. I do wish that it was a tall hardcover because it doesn't match all the rest of his books, so I have to put this on a totally different shelf because I do organize my bookshelves by height, which is so disappointing. Such a shame. Well, look at that. You made it to the end of this video where I will be unboxing the Beacon book box, and I am a team member for Beacon, so you can use my code HOLLY5 to save on your very first subscription. Now, the reason why you should definitely subscribe to them is because they're doing exclusive dust jackets for the entire Lunar Chronicles. I know. And the first dust jacket is in this box. So let's see what it looks like. Actually, they already shared what it looks like, but you know what I mean in person. Oh snap. It's right on top. So I guess it's the first thing I'm going to show you. So the first item, the Cinder exclusive dust jacket. Let's just cover up my face so you can see the absolute glory that is this dust jacket. It was out of focus. So as you can see, once you collect them all like Pokemon, the spines are going to say the Lunar Chronicles. It's going to be so pretty. So here's the original cover, and I'm going to put this on now. So here's the cover, and then the spine, and then the back. It's so pretty. I just realized I didn't even tell you what the theme was. It was Unlikely Allies. Oh cool, so we have the book right on top as well. So every Beacon book box comes with an exclusive book sleeve, and here is this month's. It has dragonflies on it, and I believe it's inspired by Strange the Dreamer, which I haven't read yet, but I will. But yeah, it's really, really pretty and blue, and the book is inside. Should I show you, or should we? You know what? Let's go through the couple other items really quick. It's too early for the book. So we have the, I'm so mean. So we have the monthly recipe that they include in all of their boxes. Carden's Sinful Chocolate Cake. And obviously inspired by The Cruel Prince. And then we have a print with some shadow hunters on it. And also it comes with a pouch with the same artwork on it, which is really pretty. I love getting pouches in my book boxes because I normally keep prints inside of them. So it says City of Bones, so I'm guessing this is Jace and Alec. I love the artwork on it though. Ooh, we have an exclusive sneak peek booklet of the Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare. Too bad I'm not reading the Shadowhunter books anymore, but I can do this like in a giveaway maybe. I do giveaways on my Instagram. Follow me there. And then we have a mouse pad. So here's what it looks like, and it's inspired by Furyborn. And it says, people like us don't fight for our hope, we fight for everyone else's. Ooh, that's a very Hufflepuff quote. Even with all the flames, we like a feisty Hufflepuff. Alrighty, so let's go on to the book. And it is We Rule the Night by Claire Eliza Bartlett. Ooh, it's so pretty. And it comes with an author note as well. It's physically signed. How cool is that? So this is a young adult fantasy that is all about female empowerment, and it's following our main characters as they have to try and survive a world at war, and apparently it has a really interesting magic system. So my hopes for this one are a little bit higher than usual, so let's hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. What does it look like naked? It's red and black! It matches me. We're twinning. I should just punch myself in the face right now for saying that. So that is it for this unboxing. Again, use my code HOLLY5 to get the May box, which is going to have the Scarlet exclusive dust jacket in it, so don't miss out on these exclusive dust jackets. And that's it for this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did. It helps me out so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload videos every single week. Follow me on Instagram at HollyHeartsBooks and on Twitter at HollyNiece. And until we meet again, happy reading.